TEG, proud sponsors of TEG Cusick Park, serving aviation, biopharmaceuticals and medical industries across the globe. TEG has been to the fore in the fight against COVID-19 with our customers and partners. A local business employing local people. Visit teg.com/careers to learn more. Wishing all our GAA patrons a safe passage through the championship.
Clark's Bar, wishing all teams the very best today.
Cusick Park pitch is 145 metres long. Imagine 3 of these bridge beams would make up the length of the pitch. Now transport 30 of them from Raharney to Kildare. A challenge overcome by a great team with the support of a great community. My name is Pat Barrett, Project Manager, Shay Murtagh Precast.
And you? What do you do?
It's a bit complicated to explain. You know what? I still didn't get exactly what your job is. That is what I do.
New Renault Arcana E-Tech Hybrid. Winner, Irish Medium Crossover SUV in the 2022 Car of the Year Awards.
5 is Liam Daly, 6 is Jason Mackin, and 7 is Josh Kahn.
Good afternoon, everybody, and you're welcome to TG Cusick Park for this Shay Murtagh Precast Senior Football Championship, the second semi-final today between Coralstown, Kinnegad and Caulry. I'm joined in co-commentary today by Alan Gavin, the St Mary's Rocha Bridge manager. Alan, you're very welcome. Your first time on with us here on ERV-TV. Looking forward to a good semi-final here.
Yes, Ray, can't wait for it. Actually, it's wet out there, which will definitely have a bearing on the game. But you've two teams coming in decent form, and it's going to be a cracker, I think.
Yeah, Kinnegad. We've seen last night with St. Lomans, who had sat for 4 weeks without a game, and Coralstown and Kinnegad will be hoping that the same applies to them here, because Caulry had their semi-final 2 weeks ago.
Absolutely, it is, and it is a bearing, and obviously Lomans are at the masters of how to deal with that layoff in between games. Caulry had in their last game at Lone and used that game well, and obviously in the second half had a very strong performance. Kinnegad are sitting waiting without that game, so we'll just see with their younger players in particular how they react.
Yeah, one thing we have today, of course, is a clash of colours with both these sides, and for our viewers at home, it will be Caulry wearing the black jerseys today, Coralstown Kinnegad predominantly in white. But look at, a lot of people are saying that Lomans are unbeatable at this stage in the championship, but I'm sure both these sides, if they get to a county final in 2 weeks' time, they'll be coming in to win it as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Lomans, of course, were very, very impressive yesterday with their win over Turles Pass. The fear, I suppose, when we chatted during the week was that maybe Lomans, from the mental point of view and the tag of favourites, would they come under pressure? But looking at them yesterday, certainly didn't feel any pressure at all. It was a very comprehensive victory and some fine performances from some of their star players.
And again, Alan, the game before here, the lads are on covering it again for ERV-TV. A great win for St. Malachy's over probably a fancy Tubber Clare team who had topped Division 1. Malachy's had topped Division 2, and without their experienced goalkeeper Alan Mangan today, managed to scrape over the line in the Narrison Mard, but they won't mind. They have a county final to look forward to now anyway.
And that's it, and that's all Caulry and Kinnegad will want today as well, to hit a final. For those of who didn't get an opportunity to see the game before, Malachy's on the last kick of the game, 3 minutes into injury time. I think it was Gavigan scored 45 to win the game. It's a cruel way for Tubber Clare to go out, but Malachy's, in fairness to Gavigan, he took his point well. So again, like you're saying, Caulry and Kinnegad will not be thinking about Lomans. They have a semi-final to win today. Lomans wait there in the long grass, and they are a formidable side, but the only thing respective managers and players will be thinking about is the semi-final in front of them.
Yeah, and of course we have two very experienced managers on the sideline here today. Jack Coney, of course, who we're well familiar with, and Pascal Caelan from his time with Offaly, and then of course Shane Curran on the other side with the Caulry men. So, you know, it'll be an interesting watch, even to keep a third eye on that down below us here as well.
Yeah, absolutely. You could see it at any level really with those lads. Oni Mooney is an excellent coach and sits with Shane Curran. They're there in their third year and doing a fine job with Caulry to date, and this is their first semi-final, I believe, for the club, and they're driven on over the last 3 years to a new place with a group. And of course then you have Jack Cooney with all of his experience, and Pascal Keelhan. Both teams are getting the very, very best of coaching up to this point with those respective management teams in place. So it will be interesting to see how they operate on the sideline.
Yeah, well, look, we're going to go now for viewers at home, and we'll give the two lineouts for today's game. There are a couple of changes on the Coralstown Kinnegad team. They're going to be up on your screen first of all, and we'll give out their team and we'll get the changes as we go through. But they line out as follows. In goals, number 1 is Stephen McNevin. Full back line, where number 2 is Kieran Daly Senior. Daniel Woods is the full back, he'll wear 3. And the first change comes at left corner back, where Owen Bracken doesn't start, and he's replaced by the very experienced Ronan Doyle, and Ronan will wear number 20. In the half back line, Liam Daly's at 5, Jason Mackin at 6, and Josh Gahan at 7. Middle of the field today for Coralstown Kinnegad, David Giles, he'll wear number 8. Hodge Quinn, due to start, doesn't start, and he's replaced by number 19, Shane Fleming. In the half forward line, Owen O'Brien is at 10, Darren Giles is at centre half forwards 11, and Jim Maxwell is at 12. On the inside line, number 13, in fact he might be wearing number 23, is Dan Leach, but Dan is listed to start. The full forward is Breen Coney, he'll wear 14, and completing the Coralstown Kinnegad lineup, Wayne Fox wear number 15. And Caulry, they line out as follows, and they will be as what will be on your screens. Jack Connaughton is in goals. Number 2 is Ben Moore. The full back Kevin Maguire wears 3, and Sean Fox completes the full back line wearing 4. The youthful Ty Bakers at 5, Owen Grannon at 6, and experienced Damien Dolan at 7. Middle of the field, Stephen Connolly wears 8, and Sean Clinton 9. In the half hour line, Tiernan O'Donovan is 10, Conor McCormick 11, and Paddy Slater 12. And the inside line for Caulry, Emmett Nally is the corner forward, and Shannon Baker the full forward, and completing the Caulry lineup is Alan Mullane.
St. Joseph's 9 points, and St. Lomas Mullingar won 7-6 on penalties.
Just for our viewers at home, there's been 2 junior football semi-finals played out in Rocherbridge this morning. Kilbeggan emerged victorious by 2 points, and that went extra time. And then in the other game went to sudden death penalties, where St. Lomans, by the narrowest of margin, qualified for the junior finals. So 2 St. Lomans teams in county finals in 2 weeks' time. Hard luck for the St. Joseph's lads beaten. It's a cruel way. A 45 is hard enough to lose them, but on sudden death penalties, a team like St. Joseph's trying to make the breakthrough to lose it that way, it's almost heartbreaking for them.
It really is. I mean, it went to sudden death, I believe, as well. So it's tough for Joseph's, but they are a team on the move, and they can be proud of where they are so far. Ray, I would have liked, of course, as a neutral, if you like, to see the dream final of Kilbeggan and St. Joseph's. But of course, fair play to Lomans as well. They have been excellent all season as well. So they just about clipped them on penalties. It is a cruel way to go out, but Joseph's will be back for sure.
Yeah, and in that junior championship, it's 2 teams that top the respective groups that qualified for the finals.
Right.
And interestingly, in the intermediate football, the 2 teams out of this, I don't know if it's even fair to call it the second tier, but it's the B division, we'll call it, that qualified. You know, Miltown Pass and Malachy's would have played each other in the round robin stages, and now they're going to be the last 2 standing in that intermediate championship.
Yeah, well, we hear this word thrown about, which is momentum. Both Miltown Pass, who by their own admission were probably lucky enough to get into the quarter-final stage. As we know, Finney did a job on their last day to make sure Miltown Pass advanced to the quarter-final, but Miltown Pass and Malachy's, as you say, from Group B are now in the final, and good luck to both of them.
Yeah, absolutely so. But We're almost ready to get underway here. Substitutions just making their way off the pitch here. Some of the players left on the field just taking off the bibs and stuff. We'll be ready for our on the V in the next minute or so. But certainly this one, the game last night had probably everyone's favourites were St. Thomas to win it. This one I think is going to be a hell of a lot tighter.
Yeah, really tough to call. As we mentioned, the hope is that the younger players, there are younger players on either side that may feel the pressure, and you'd hope that they play the game and don't play the occasion, and that the occasion doesn't get to them. From the neutral and from their own point of view, you'd hope that they would go out and give that performance. It is a tough one to call, but there's quality on both sides, Ray. So I certainly looking forward to it. If you can imagine, both Towns and Townslands are looking forward to it, because it's been 25 years since Coralstown and Kinnegad have reached the final, and they have a lot to play for. And of course, Caulry, it would be their first final as a club, so it's a big occasion for both sets of players, supporters and the management.
Yeah. We're going to have our on the V, and then we'll be ready to get underway in the next couple of minutes. Count the wines. Formalities out of the way. Just a quick word about our referee for today's game, Barry Pierce, Alan out from our own club out in St Mary's Rochester Bridge. It's a big day for Barry as well. It is a big day for Barry, a fine footballer on his day. He has loads of football experience. It's good to see former footballers take up the role of referee in these big games, and it is a big day for him, and good luck to him. Yeah, just looking out here from the stand here in TG Cusick Park, and it does look like Coralstown and Kinnegad are going to play from our right to left. They're in the predominantly white jersey with the red top on it, and then Caulry in the mostly black and the red stripe on the side. And we look down here as Shane Curran gives his greetings to the linesman. I'm sure it won't be the first time, the last time they'll be greeting each other today, but we'll hope we'll keep an eye on the action in the field. A couple of interesting matchups: Breen Cooney, Ken Maguire, Conor McCormick, then and Jason Mackin. Plenty of stuff to look forward to this as well. And then of course at full back, Shannon Baker in against Daniel Woods. That's it, yes. It's Shannon Baker looks like he's gone straight into the full forward line, Ray, so it will be interesting to see how he does on Woods. Woods, of course, has been more known in the past from midfield, but he's doing a fine job for Kinnegad full back. From the throwing ball, it is Caulry men that get the first possession, and have it back there with Tyke Baker. Nice ball inside, gives it on now to Owen Grannon, and Owen, a little bit of space now, and Stephen Connolly steps out, and Damien Dolan wearing the number 7, the ever experienced Damien. Didn't start in their last game, came on as a sub, but obviously fit today to start off, and Caulry just taking their time, settling into it, players getting a touch of the ball here. Sean Fox on now to Tyke Baker. Tyke fisted back, he has a spare man back inside here as the cornerback, that's Ben Moore. Ben, injection of pace there, and Coralstown just sitting back, just keeping that one player inside the 45-metre line, and pass moved along here, and Sean Clinton has it, and Sean fisted pass here looking for Sean Fox, but is it going to beat everyone? It is indeed, out over the sideline. First possession of the game now for Coralstown and Kinnegad. Yeah, weather's going to be a factor. We saw that one didn't go to hand, so if it doesn't go to hand here today, you're going to be under pressure straight away, so you have to watch your plays in contact and also make sure your passes are to chest and delivered. Yep, Coralstown have moved the play across from left to right, and coming back into the centre where Daniel Woods is pushing on out, has players ahead of him. Then on the loop around there is Owen O'Brien, and Owen a little bit of space as he goes in central. 4 or 5 black jerseys converged on him. He manages to get the pass away. Again, Liam Daly there, he's the right half back and he's pushed right up into the half forward line, and the ball there with David Giles, and David moves it across here now where Jason Mackin moves forward, and then over on the far side, Brian Cooney, his first action. Again, very, very cagey stuff here, but as the attempted pass goes in there, there's a hand on it, and Caulry have done very well to turn it over, and they have the possession. And it's interesting, and as soon as Coralstown Kinnegad lose possession, they all just move back. They allow the possession back here 40, 50 metres out from Caulry's goals, but they just sit back in there and get ready for the attack to come down.
They do, and it'll be interesting to see where they put their press. At the moment, the press is just inside their own 65. So whether they drop the press further back, Ray, or whether they keep the high line, I see Brian Cooney around the 65 sets the press, and you can see that in other games as well.
Yeah, ball hit in long, but good defended there by Ronan Doyle, got a fist to it. Boxed it right back out the field again, but Caulry on Coralstown Kinnegad 65 metre line there. Sean Clinton and Conor McCormack. Conor just holding the ball, forced back inside his own 65, but tries to get a run in there, but blocked there just for the moment. But Caulry are nice and patient, going Grannon. Carrying it forward now are the Caulry men. Again, 2 midfielders, Stephen doing very well, just holding it there and coming out all the way from the inside. Is Shannon Baker. Shannon, he's listed at 14, but he's been followed the whole time there, and then loose pass, then a good hand in there by the Coralstown Kinnegad men, and Liam Daly's on the move again, carries it forward. Making the run there is Dan Leach. Dan takes it off, leaves it off to Darren Giles, and Darren with the left foot, first shot in anger. That's beautiful kick there from the centre half forward.
That's a cracking score, and he is an accurate player. And interestingly, for the viewers that can't see it, Dan Leach is maintaining his position up top and occupying Maguire. So he was there for the quick transition when the ball came up, able to lay it back, and he is sitting up outside the top of the D.
Yeah, 3 3/4 minutes on the clock. The first score there coming for the Coralstown Kinnegad men. As the goalkeeper, Jack Connaughton, Jack launches left-footed, high ball out into the centre, broken down, but it is the Kinnegad men. They're on the breaking ball and they're on the move again. The ball is here with Wayne Fox. Wayne goes to ground. Referee sees nothing wrong with the tackle, but Coralstown Kinnegad have done very well, and there's a man has been very impressive throughout this campaign. It's Josh Gahan. He comes in and gets the possession back for his side. It's moved along here now where Liam Daly is encouraged to go forward. Little pass, and coming on the loop again is Wayne Fox. Wayne ball into space here now. There's a chance here for James Maxwell. James across the far side. Shane Fleming, first touch for Shane, comes inside, high ball, puts Gahan under a little bit of pressure, but Gahan with arm, referee indicating a high arm in around his shoulder there, and I think an apology there for Shane Fleming. The pass put his teammate in a little bit of pressure, but is Fleming going to take it? No, thought he was going to kick it. We've seen him kicking some fine 45s this year, so this one is just on the 45. Green Coney is out and he's going to take it from his hand. Second opportunity, just at 5 minutes on the clock, with a second chance here now for the Coralstown Kinnegad men. Breen has robbed about 10 yards at this stage, but he fires it in, fires it high, the umpire looks up at it, and he heads for the flag. And again, we've seen it already on, and ball has been a little bit lazy in a pass or hits the ground, possession has been turned over, and that's what happened. Coralstown Kinnegad got the ball back and got the score.
It is very slippy out there, so you really need to be accurate. So one bouncer better with your kick or a hand pass, 2 must go to chest.
Kevin Maguire moving out the field from the short kick out. Comes out halfway between 45 and 65, and then just goes central then and back inside where Stephen Connolly has it. Stephen comes into the tackle but does well to hold possession, and Sean Clinton is there to help, and as is Maguire, and the ball moved across now to Damien Dolan. Caulry really haven't done anything up at the other end of the field just yet, but they'll be hoping to get something from this one because it's a nice ball played in low here and gathered very, very well by Alan Mullane. Back there with Ben Moore, and Ben moves it off now with Sean Clinton. Ball inside. Alan Mullin is on it again. Alan with the left foot slipped as he was falling. Could still be danger. Dropped inside with good hands in there by the full back there. Daniel Woods going to ground. Held the possession. Was secure in it. Slid in and got the possession for his side. Had the support, and Coralstown seemed to just have settled the better from the opening couple of minutes, Alan.
Yeah, well, I think Caulry are falling into the trap of bringing the ball into contact through the centre and hitting this high line around the 65, and there's been a couple of turnovers of bad handling mistakes. As you say, Kinnegad have settled the better, and they're certainly moving and transitioning the ball very well.
Yeah, the ball fired in to Dan Leach there. Dan was under pressure, couldn't hold on to it. Kevin Maguire was very, very tight to him there, and Caulry got possession back. Jack Connaughton here with a hand pass across to this side. Ben Moran coming out with it. Caulry quite happy to hold that possession there back inside their own 45 and move it out as Coralstown Kinnegad just sit back into position there, but Conor McCormack coming central with this one. Caulry plenty of handle on the ball there. Emmett Nally was involved, as was Tiernan O'Donovan, and nice play there from Conor McCormack. Hold off his man, gives it on to Ben Moore, and Ben goes into contact, goes to ground. Referee sees nothing wrong with it, and luckily for the Caulry men, they're able to retain that possession. The ball now is back with Emmett Nally. Emmett, a dangerous ball. Caulry man slipped there right inside as the ball was coming in, but the goalkeeper Stephen McNevin had to be alert there, and he was that exactly. Got a touch on it and knocked it away out of the danger, and certainly a ball like that today, Alan, can cause danger, maybe not even intentionally, but just dropping in the square, skidding on the wet grass, and certainly the Coralstown backs were maybe a slight bit lucky on that one.
Yeah, Jason Mackin, who is having a fine game, or a fine year actually for Kinnegad, sitting at 6, and he is sitting in front of Baker, brought the ball out well, but it is a dangerous ball, and a high ball in on a day like today is worth a try.
Yeah, the ball had been moved in here as far as Dan Leach, and Dan deemed to have thrown the ball there. He was surrounded by black jerseys. He's not too happy with the decision, but referee right on top of things gives the indication. The linesman then just signal to Kevin Maguire where is to be taken from. Kevin back to his keeper again, switches it across to the left hand side, and already have that possession. We see Shane Fleming, he's jogging back now to get back behind the ball and allows the ball carrier to carry it right out to the 65. Conor McCormack trying to get involved in the play here, but again he's very, very deep for his side. They'll want him further up the field, but for now he's just holding that possession. He leaves it off to Stephen Connolly. Stephen has time to look around, and then chance here now for Damien Dolan to break from the half back line. He's on the 45. Is he going to back himself? He is indeed. He fires it in, but again straight into the grateful arms there of Stephen McNevin, and Stephen nice and calmly just grabs the ball and moves it out, and very opposite has happened now, Alan. Coralstown Kinnegad come out with the ball, just Caulry just dropping back as well. They'll allow them to come so far, and then they'll put the press on as well.
Yeah, it's a cagey affair so far, but Caulry's shot selection is a little bit off. They've had 2, and if we count that high ball in 3 short into the keeper's hands, and shot selection on a day like today is going to be crucial, and scores hard to come by, so they need to be careful with that, Ray.
Daniel Woods had come forward from the full back position there, but his attempt to pass in over the top was intercepted by Tyke Baker. Tyke was fouled, free for Caulry, and they've already brought it out halfway between 45 and 65 as the ball is fired into space. Down the far side it goes. Gathered very well over there by Emmett Nally. Coming inside and getting an advantage. In fact, it's not as Tiernan O'Donovan, and Tiernan did very, very well. He was very close to the sideline there, Alan. He got the possession, didn't skid out over the sideline, turned back inside and did very well to win the free for his side. And really, first chance now for Shannon Baker. This free, probably just inside of 40 metres, but an opportunity certain for Caulry after almost 10.5 minutes. 2 points for Coralstown Kinnegad, and Caulry yet to register.
Yeah, it can steady a free taker the first 3 as well. It's difficult enough in conditions, but if Shannon gets this, he gets off the mark and gets his team off the mark after 10 minutes, so it would be not a bad position to be in.
Gets great height in it and has the accuracy as well, and signals just the first point coming for the Caulry men after just 10.5 minutes, and it's a nice response for them. Just you know, like in this semi-final, new to a semi-final, you don't want to be going for too long without getting that scoreboard moving.
Yeah, scoreboard momentum, it's important, and it will be important throughout the game, Ray, but it's good to get off the mark there. You'd probably say Kinnegad have to have the lion's share and probably made less mistakes, yet they're only 2 points to 1 up.
Daniel Woods, time to hammer around in the middle of the field. He's the full back, remember, but they move it back now as far as the corner back. That's Kieran Daly Senior, and Kieran, with no one within 20 metres of him, just picks the ball up, and we see Shannon Baker just drifts back inside in towards the 45, waiting for a turnover of possession, but Wayne Fox has it here, and he gives it on to David Giles. David spins out of attack and he needs a little bit of support. Wayne Fox is on the loop around there, and the tackle coming in there, and Wayne goes to ground. I think that was Stephen Conley with the tackle there, but no, in fact it's the centre half back. That's Owen Grennan, but referee not taking any action. Probably fair enough. It is going to be a free, and Darren Giles, this one to suit a left-footed kicker. Yeah, again, you would probably say Darren would kick this. Wayne Fox did well to come in. He probably was experienced enough to, when he felt the contact, that he went down, and rightly so. I don't think there was any more than that. Ray. Yeah, Darren Giles, one from play. His confidence should be already there for him as he eyes this one up down. He kicks this one with the left foot, kicks it in, kicks it high, kicks it accurately, and kicks it over the bar. Second one for Darren Giles, third for Coralstown Kinnegad. 3 points to 1, 12.5 minutes on the clock. Yes, they're still very cagey so far, and no real, movement of the ball at any quick pace or anything, but the conditions are so bad out there. Yeah, it's not unexpected with these two teams. It's not a departure from where they've, had success and how they've gotten here. So I'm certainly, it's intriguing in the conditions. Kinnegad are probably trying to transition quicker than Caulry, but so far. They've had not as much success getting up the pitch. Yeah, ball out in the centre was one back there by the Coralstown Kinnegad men, and ball driven in long, but Kevin Maguire was reading that one. There was only one player, Shane Fleming, in there, two defenders, and the two defenders that emerged with the ball, and Ben Moore is heading across the far side of the field. He skews it back into Owen Grannon, and through the hands it goes again, and then Conor McCormick put under a bit of pressure there. Wayne Fox stretching for the ball there. Maybe a little bit unfortunate because both players go for the ball, but the foul on Sean Fox. Free awarded for the Caulry men, and Shane Curran has a word or two with his team out there, and they've taken the free, and the ball from Sean Clinton goes back inside to Sean Fox, through the hands back to Owen Grannon. Owen has a player in space over on the far side, and Sean Fox takes the pass and sees that he's over there. And a chance now for the Caulry men to come forward. A little bit of pace inject into it. Damien Dolan is moving forward, and Conor McCormick is on the loop around. Conor closed down and comes inside. And a nice low ball played in by Shannon Baker, and through the hands nicely, and the shot coming in there from Paddy Slater, but ball dropping in, but good hands there by the defenders there for Coralstown Kinnegad, and things starting to open up a little bit now because James Maxwell has dropped back deep, gets the possession, he's gone into the Caulry half the field and just slows down then and fists it across into the centre where David Giles is all the time in the world, and his pass to his brother Darren moves it on to Wayne Fox. Wayne goes central, black jersey swarming after him, runs into a cul-de-sac there and needs a little bit of help now, goes to the ground, but Coralstown do very well. David Giles stepped in, he knew his teammate was in a little bit of pressure, just stepped in, took the ball away from that pressure, and they have it again, and Daniel Woods just taking his time here now as he comes forward, halfway between the 65 and the 45. Playing, remember, into the Dunstores end. It's back there now with Jason Mackin and across to Wayne Fox. Wayne coming back this side again where James Maxwell, he's the right half forward as he fisted down this side of the field where Owen O'Brien has known. Just holds that possession. Daniel Woods, plenty of time, he's been on the ball plenty of times as well, just gives it back to Wayne Fox, trying to probe here now, trying to get a little bit of space, and Shane Fleming makes himself available, and he injects a bit of pace into it. There's a nice fist of ball inside. Darren Giles is inside, he gives it back to Fleming, but great tackling there by the Coralstown men, and they force Fleming back out again, back to James Maxwell, who has to come back to the 45 as far as Liam Daly, and Liam looks up, nice ball inside. Ronan Doyle is coming forward. Ronan gives it off straight away to Jason Mackin, and Jason with the shot, and that's a beautiful goal. 100%
success rate so far, Ray, and moving really well. Shane Fleming did the right thing in the corner. He tried to beat his man and got tied up and brought the ball back out, and Kinnegad were able to shift the Caulry defence quick enough and make the opening for the score. It was a good score.
He had a kick out here, a couple of players tossing here, and the ball picked up on the break by Josh Gahan, and Josh coming forward, heavy tackle coming in there, he bounces off it and then looks up, tries to thread the ball in there looking for Dan Leach, but good covering back there now, and on the transition Damien Dolan, quick ball over on the far side, chance here now for Sean Clinton to come forward in a little bit of space. He's heading across to Coralstown Kinnegad 45, stops, needs a little bit of support, back to Conor McCormack, not the best pass. Conor has to take it off the foot and then to the ground and get it back into his hand. He gives it back to Ben Moore. All this time Coralstown Kinnegad have had time to get 14 players back behind the ball. As this ball is driven in, first time, who's making the run in there is a good run made. Caulry men have it inside, but again, by the time they have it, as Tyke Baker gone all the way forward, but Tyke was under pressure there. By the time he got possession, he was gone all the way to the sideline, and Coralstown Kinnegad defence will be happy how they're coping so far with things. 4 points to 1. 17 minutes.
Yeah, definitely. Caulry probably need to transition that little bit quicker. So generally you transition or try to transition inside 15 seconds, and they're probably a little bit laboured. By the time they actually move up to the 65 to 45, Kinnegad are back in position and they're locked down for contact.
David Giles encouraging Darren to come on. Says Darren now he's just outside the 45, thought about firing it in long and just holds on to it, throws a dummy trying to get away from Paddy Slater, gives it inside as far as Owen O'Brien. Owen looks up and sees that Liam Daly is available here. Liam just about 40 metres out, and he encourages his centre half back Jason Mackin onto it. Jason does very well, but he's under pressure. He's being fouled. Correct decision there, I think, Alan.
Yeah, I think it's risky bringing it down the centre channel like that. Jason Mackin, as I said earlier, is having a fine championship, but I think it was the correct decision. I'm not sure Caulry needed to do that. It was 3-1, so maybe a little bit over eager in the tackling. But Mackin got the free, and a good call, I think.
Yeah, Brian Cooney is making his way across to kick this one. Darren Giles has been kicking in from the far side with the left foot, but Brian 1 from 1 so far. He's going to take this one with the right foot. The referee just having a word with one of the Caulry men, just explaining what happened. Not too happy about it, but it is going to be free. And Brian Cooney, he will rob a few yards again, and he comes forward. This time doesn't catch it the way it needed to be, and Kevin Maguire goes high and grabbed it there, and probably a chance missed there. Alan Breen trying to be too careful with the direction of it and didn't get the distance on it, it looked like.
Yeah, it was a poor enough strike by his standards, and that is Kinnegad's first short or wide, if you like.
Yeah, Tyke Baker has the possession here again, just slowing things down, and Damien Dolan is available over there on that far side. He comes back in central again, and this time Coralstown staying forward here now, just keeping 3-4 players there to try and prevent Caulry from coming out. The ball is with Owen Gran, and Owen over to the far side it goes. Kevin Maguire, he's still out there again as the ball is moved from Stephen Connolly over to the far side. Gathered well, but again, pressure on them straight away. The referee saying it took back by the Coralstown Kinnegad man. It's going to be a free, and this free is already taken short there by Paddy Slater.
Yeah, and Kinnegad are definitely driving a higher press line than Caulry, and in a day like today it's suiting them actually, Ray. So they're putting pressure on the kick, and as soon as Caulry are breaking from defence, there is that high press line that's putting Caulry under pressure. Yeah,
Caulry trying to break here now as the centre back is Owen Grannon. He's out here, and now it's with Conor McCormack, and Conor trying to switch the play there, gives it over to the far side where Sean Clinton fists it on there. 2 players going for there, and Coralstown Kinnegad man just a little bit too anxious there. Ball hit the ground. It was going to go away from them, but the foul was already committed. And another opportunity for Senan Baker there as he makes his way forward. Again, probably a foul there maybe that wasn't necessary, but
yeah, it was a good switch of play by McCormack to bring it down the left channel. I think probably a foul looking at it, Ray. He was over eager in his tackle, and it was a little shove in the back, so I think that's the correct decision.
Yeah, Senan Baker, just 20 minutes, 37 seconds on the clock. Chance for the second point of the game for number 14. Again, going through his routine, this one certainly well within his range. comes forward, kicking it from the hand with the right foot, and he makes no mistake. 2 from 2 for the number 14. Just keeps Caulry nicely within touch, 4 points to 2, and really haven't created a whole lot, but still only 2 between them.
Yeah, 2 scores from frees. They haven't really looked like scoring from play. I suppose they had those 4 shots and 4 short shots, but they're probably shot selections a little off for that, but they're not putting pressure on open play, Ray. But still, as you say, it's 4 points to 2, and they're still connected on the scoreboard.
Yeah, centre half back is Jason Mackin, and he's going across his own 65, and we can see it now at this stage where all the Caulry players are back, with the exception of one inside their own 65-metre line. And he had come across into the centre there where James Maxwell had time to go forward, and again going laterally and quite content to just put it through the hands here now. And Ronan Doyle, he's coming forward from the left corner back position. He's got inside the 45, switches and gives it back inside to Darren Giles. Darren with a fisted ball into Wayne Fox. Wayne, he's the corner forward. He's been out around the centre half forward position for a lot of this game. Nice ball inside. Chance here for the Kinnegad men, and they've worked it well, and the ball is inside. Breen Cooney has a chance. Breen Cooney. We have the first goal of this semi-final, and it was lovely patient play there by the Coralstown Kinnegad man. Ronan Doyle had come forward. He gave it to Darren Giles. Darren, lovely little ball to Wayne Fox, but it was Fox's exquisite little ball, a crossover to the far side that created the overlap there. Good play coming in. The ball eventually fed inside to Breen Cooney, and Breen with the left foot, and he gave Jack Connaughton absolutely no chance.
No chance. It was actually Owen O'Brien that drove the ball forward there, and he's having a good year as well. And probably in the league final against Lomans, he was man of the match, and he's had a good year. But Breen Cooney finished very composed, and they are now 1-4 to 2 up, and Caulry need to be very careful to stay connected now.
Yeah, 23 minutes on the clock as the ball is played across into Sean Fox, and Sean is immediately closed down there by Shane Fleming, but Shane commits the foul and the free is taken. There's a chance here now on the overlap for the Caulry men. The ball fired in there first time, it was half blocked down there, and Coralstown Kinnegad have men back sitting there in front of that tee, and they have the possession. Wayne Fox, he's really been influential so far for his side. Daniel Woods handled a lot of balls so far as well. Yeah. As is James Maxwell and Josh Gahan. Josh with a nice pass stroked over to the far side of the field. Kinnegad men coming forward, they're inside the 45. Caulry trying to get it slow on him, but again, good carrying of the ball. Owen O'Brien again to carry it in. Ball fed back. Dan Leach. Again, Coralstown Kinnegad will be quite happy with how things are going for them so far.
Yeah, I think they will. I just think Caulry's intensity, they won that's better, but their intensity in the tackle and their press line is too deep. It's inside the 45, and they're inviting Kinnegad onto them there, so they need to press out and get the aggression up.
Paddy Slater was forward, and Paddy is taking the free on to Sean Clinton, and again, even the supporters encourage him to get the ball in forward quicker. Ball is back now with Conor McCormack again. Goes lateral, coming on to then is Tyke Baker. Tyke, he slows down, but he holds the possession. Again, 3 white jerseys. Dan Leach, the latest of them, to try and get a tackle in, but Caulry hold on to that possession. They're back again, and Kinnegad's 65-metre line. The ball here with Stephen Connolly. Stephen has time to look around, but again, 3 or 4 Caulry players here available, but again, it's all here outside the 65-metre line, or that holding that possession. Back here now with Senan Baker, and Senan throws it on to Sean Fox there, and Senan is on it again, but again, chance here now just for the Caulry men. A little bit of space opening up there in front of Ben Moore, but Ben turns around, looks for Conor McConnell. He fires it across to the far side, trying to switch point of attack over there, but again, Alan, they just slow that down. Coralstown Kinnegad men shift across and force them just to slow it down, and then a nameless kick inside there. Yeah, look, you have to be patient on a day like today. Your teammates, and McCormack is doing well to switch that point of attack, as you say, and he's the patient build-up. Whilst they're a little bit laboured, the worst thing you can do after that is give the ball away cheaply, and that's what they've done on the last 2 with wild kicking. Yeah, and Liam Daly is charging forward and has given the ball inside to Wayne Fox. And Wayne Fox with the outside of the right foot there, and that's a great way to punish a team that when you get possession back in your own full back line, punish them. First time Wayne Fox, a beautiful kick off the outside of the right foot. he's an experienced player. He's been on the ball a good few times for his side already in this game, and that time just reward, fires it over the bar, and lovely score, 1-5 now to 2 points.
Yeah, and Liam Daly is doing a bit of damage on this side here. He is in possession again. It was him who fed Wayne Fox, so you know, he's getting a lot of change on this wing channel. When they're bringing it out through the wings, it's better than bringing it through the centre channel, Ray, so he's going well there.
Yeah, and we can see it again. Pass doesn't go to hand. Coralstown Kinnegad come in around it, and you know, it's again, we see it as the ball hits the ground, there is the danger of losing, but Owen O'Brien has time to get after this one, and he has the possession. He's gone across Caulry's 45. Who's making the run inside? It's Josh Gahan. The ball doesn't go to hand, but Owen Brennan was brave. He had to be brave there, and he does well to go down in that and draws the foul, and a free already taken, and Senna Baker sending with possession, but Senna is back at his own 45, get possession, then he puts the ball in where you would like to have your own full forward there, but good work there by Tiernan Donovan, but still they can't get the possession back, and Coralstown Kinnegad move it quickly, and Wayne Fox sees a little bit of space over there on the far side. He's gone out to it. Dan Leach is coming towards him, offering support, and the ball comes inside, and Darren Giles is inside here, 1-on-1, high ball play. Then Giles gets a hand to it, flicks it on, but the goalkeeper is Jack Connaughton. Jack right alert to things there and comes out, sweeps it up for his side, and Ty Baker coming out with the ball now. Through the hands it goes, Sean Fox, but again tries to get it forward, and eventually Paddy Slater has it. But again, slow, and Sean Fox has it again, drops it, goes to ground. Tackle comes in, a little bit of a lazy tackle there by Liam Daly. Referee signals that man was pushed, as he was going to ground. The ball is back with Ty Baker. Ty again looking inside, no one available, looking to come across to the centre, and eventually the man that makes himself available is Owen Grennan. Owen gives it off now to Stephen Connolly, and Damien Dolan with a little bit of space to head towards the 45, but again turns back. Connolly is back there again to help him. Again, shovel ball inside, but Coralstown Kinnegad have the numbers in there, and as they come into the tackle, the Caulry men are turned over again, and Owen O'Brien has possession again, and Wayne Fox carries it forward, lays it off to Darren Giles, and you know, it's rinse repeat for Caulry. They're trying the same thing over and over and getting done. They are bringing the ball laboured possession through the contact areas and getting turned over by Kinnegad. Kinnegad are swarm tackling, doing it very well. They're not impatient, and they're robbing Caulry when they get through the centre channel, Ray. So Caulry do need to look to change it up and add a bit more injection of pace away from the contact. Yeah, we're just 28.5 minutes on the clock, 1-5 now for Coralstown Kinnegad, 2 points for Caulry as Ronan Doyle comes forward here across the 45. Liam Daly, he's been excellent so far. He's on the 45, thought about pulling the trigger there, but then just gives it back to Shane Fleming. Shane sees that he has 2 men over on the far side. Coming inside, and Dan Leach making himself available. Dan, he's wearing the number 23, but he did start inside. As far as Breen Cooney, Jinx drops the shoulder, goes to his right, gets the shot, but under pressure that time. It was an opportunity, Alan, but just unfortunately couldn't convert. Yeah, it's probably just on the edge of the scoring zone for the ability Breen has. That's fair enough. It's probably worth a shot. He was just on the outer edge of the scoring zone, race under pressure. Yeah. I think it's a reflection of how this game has gone. There's no additional time being called at the end of the half, so we're into the last 30 seconds as the ball is fired out the far side of Breen Cooney. Great catching it, but then Josh Gahan onto it straight away. Josh moves it on to Giles, and Giles back as far as Wayne Fox. Wayne being held up and back now with Giles again, and Giles looks up, looking across here to Shane Fleming. Shane about to be closed down, but does well to give it on there to David Giles. David back to Darren, and Darren a little bit hurried there. I think there was maybe time there when the possession was won by Breen Cooney there. Probably there was a chance to move a little bit quicker at that time, but Caulry did bottle it up there and nothing came up. Yeah, Darren Giles had a chance coming through. I think he possibly should have taken another play. It looks easier from here, Ray, but he did get bottled up, passed the ball back, and again the shot selection from well outside the D, between the D and the 45, is it's a difficult shot under these conditions. So I think when you're working so hard and your team is working so hard, your shot selection and decision making needs to be better. Generally Kinnegad have been better at the shot selection and decision
decision making in comparison to Caulry. But that's two loose ones, I suppose, in the last two kicks from Kinnegad.
Yeah, half time, 1 goal and 5 points to Coralstown Kinnegad, 2 for Caulry, and I would imagine it is the Coralstown Kinnegad men that will be the happier how things are going. There's no real breeze to talk of here, Alan. It is just a wet, muggy, damp day here, and
yeah, it's the conditions today, the only thing to worry about is the surface water and how wet it is really. So as we're seeing over and over again, when you bring it into contact, especially if you're travelling in as an individual, not travelling in a pack, you're going to come under pressure. So that's what we're seeing. We're seeing it more from Caulry. Kinnegad are transitioning better, transitioning quicker. As you were saying earlier, from Caulry's perspective, they're probably a bit more laboured out of their own defence.
Yeah, look, we're going to take a break on commentary here at half time. It is Coralstown Kinnegad men who will be the happier, 1 goal and 5 points to 2 points they lead. Join us back here on commentary. We won't miss a second of it. We'll be back here shortly for the second half. But for now, we'll take a break.
TEG, proud sponsors of TEG Cusick Park, serving aviation, biopharmaceuticals and medical industries across the globe. TEG has been to the fore in the fight against COVID-19 with our customers and partners. A local business employing local people. Visit teg.com/careers to learn more. Wishing all our GAA patrons a safe passage through the championship.
Clark's Bar, wishing all teams the very best today.
Cusick Park pitch is 145 metres long. Imagine 3 of these bridge beams would make up the length of the pitch. Now transport 30 of them from Harney to Kildare. A challenge overcome by a great team with the support of a great community. My name is Pat Barrett, Project Manager, Shay, Murtagh, Precast.
We have a coefficient.
And you? What do you do?
It's a bit complicated to explain. You know, I still didn't get exactly what your job is. That's what I do.
New Renault Arcana E-Tech Hybrid. Winner, Irish Medium Crossover SUV in the 2022 Car of the Year Awards.
Welcome viewers back for TG Cusick Park for the second half. There is a couple of changes on the Caulry team here. We can just wait and just get confirmation, but number 23 and number 23 is Luke Buckley. He certainly has been introduced, and also into the back line is number 24 for Caulry men, and number 24 is Owen Fox. We just want to see who's been replaced at the moment. Coralstown, Kinnegad, I think, as you were from the beginning. The referee Barry Pierce is out there in the centre. I think we're ready to go, except he has no football. Now he does. He's making his way out. See who's gone.
Yeah, it's a real statement when you make 3 subs at half time. So I suppose they're looking to bring in some hunger here, Ray. They are under pressure, of course, 1-5, 2 points. And for those who aren't here, there was an absolute deluge at half time, so the conditions haven't got any better.
Yeah, from the throwing ball. Good tackle coming back there with Shane Fleming. Put in the hit on the Caulry man, gets possession back, and Josh Gahan being pulled back there by Tiernan O'Donovan when he stops, takes the free.
Number 15
free is
replaced by number 23 Luke Buckley, and number 9 Sean Clinton is replaced by number 24 Owen Fox.
Just confirmation of the changes there. 23 and 24 both been introduced for Caulry. Owen Fox has been out of the country for a while, but he's back, makes himself available. Experienced player, has been with this Caulry team for the last number of years. But Josh Gahan has possession for Coralstown. Kinnegad comes down, nice skill there by the number 7, has a little bit of support here. Breen Cooney, Breen stops, gives it back as far as David Giles. David looks up and sees that there is a little bit of space back here, just quite prepared to go back and hold that possession. The ball eventually from Kieran Daly Senior over to the far side. Ronan Doyle, he's the left corner back, remember, he's right inside the Caulry half the field. Wayne Fox has been pulling a lot of strings in this open half for the Kinnegad, when he gives the ball off to Shane Fleming. Shane hasn't been overly involved so far. They'll be hoping to get him involved a little bit more. Gives it out here now to Darren Giles. Darren, 2 points, 1 from play, 1 from a free in that open half. And now David Giles comes forward, uses Fleming on the overlap on a fisted pass over to the far side. 1-5 to 2 points, a minute and a half into the second half as Ronan Doyle just holds that possession. Gives it back here to Breen Cooney. Breen stops, comes back, holding the possession, coming in on the Coralstown, or on the Caulry 45. Back across it comes here. Wayne Fox has stood over here to this side of the field, and on the loop, Kinnegad quite content just to hold that play up, and Darren Giles pops it off to his centre half back, Jason Mackin. Jason with a point in that first half, gives it over to the far side. Ball given back in, the centre half back with no one near him, almost standing out there inviting somebody from Caulry to come out and put in a tackle, trying to shift the defenders out of position, but Caulry have remained disciplined. Wayne Fox holds that possession back to Darren Giles, and Darren sees a little bit of space and then gets the man through the break, and Darren is gone again, takes the return pass. Space opens up in front of him. How is he on the right foot? And I think that's probably the answer for everyone, not his favourite foot.
Yeah, I think Kinnegad did most things right there, apart from the execution at the end. It was on his wrong foot, if you like. So they were patient in their build-up, and ultimately they drew out 2 players from Caulry and created the overlap and got the shot away. So it was a good move and good patient play. I think Caulry need to get their press line higher. They're not putting enough contact on Kinnegad. If they are to go for this game, they need to be more aggressive in the tackling and get the press line further outside 45, I think.
Yeah, Jack Connaughton has the ball on the 20-metre line. There's an injury to one of the Caulry players back inside there. Back on his feet now. Referee is happy to let us bend more in the number 2, but Ben is back on his feet. Jack Connaughton ready with the kick out, looks, seeing what options are there for him, and then he decides left footed to fire it out. Up they go, broken down, great catch there by Paddy Stater. Paddy gets the mark, gets the free as well, and he takes it quickly, fires a low ball in here, but again, good defending there by the Coralstown Kinnegad man, and James Maxwell is back there, and James swung to the ground, gets the free, gets up, takes it himself, and has gone across to the far side where Liam Daly, he's wearing the number 5 jersey. He's been attacking up and down that left-hand side first half, and now again in the second half as he comes back inside to Jason Mackin. Jason back inside now where James Maxwell has time just to take a touch, let it hit the ground, and Ronan Doyle comes off the shoulder, and then Ronan carries it forward. Into the tackle he comes, and then Wayne Fox just steps off and takes the return pass back to Giles. Giles has a long look at it. He backed himself there with the left foot. It's a dangerous ball. Oh, walking down is a chance. Oh, dangerous ball inside there. Caulry have got it out, and then there was a foul, but certainly that ball caused a little bit of concern in there for those Caulry backs. It was a high shot hitting by Darren Giles and wasn't dealt with the most easy to comfort there, but they did well to keep it out. I thought there was a chance there for Gerald Leach to get a fist on one there as the ball was loose for a while, but the defenders were back there, and now here's the man that was introduced at half time. That's Owen Fox wearing the number 24 as he heads across to the right hand side. Caulry need to get this scoreboard moving. 2 points from 35 minutes of play. Will not win many semi-finals, but again, plenty of time for them as Kevin Maguire comes forward. He gives it on now to Tyke Baker. Tyke, 2 Coralstown Kinnegad men after him. He lays it off here now to Luke Buckley. Luke gives it inside, but again, it's the Coralstown defenders that put the bodies on the line there, diving in there, getting a boot on it and getting possession back, and they're on the break now with Shane Fleming. Shane has Wayne Fox making a break down this side. Lovely ball threaded through to Wayne, beautiful vision as he gives it into Darren Giles on the move. Darren Hill trying to get it over onto his left foot, takes on the but then just good shepherding there by the Caulry men, forcing to take too many steps. Darren knew he was needed to get it back onto his left side, and good defending there.
Good defending. Luke Buckley probably tried at the other end a very, very difficult kick into the full forward line, got turned over, and you've seen the pace at which Kinnegad are able to come out and transition out of defence into attack. He was well marshalled there. Darren Giles possibly could have pulled the trigger a little bit earlier, but the pace that Kinnegad are operating in transition in comparison to Caulry, I think, is a difference in the game.
Conor McCormack has a chance here now, and he's backing himself with the left foot, and he fired. That's a fabulous score from the number 11. He's first one of the day, and Caulry need more of that.
Caulry do need more of that, and McCormack.
TEG.
He's operating with Westmeath seniors this year, has had some league appearances with Westmeath, and is a player for the future. That's a great score.
Yeah, he backed himself there, and maybe that's the spark that the Caulry men need. 1-5 to 3 points. Clock, we're just over 6.5 minutes on the clock as Kieran Daly Senior comes out in defence, gives it on now to Jason Mackin. Jason, time to move and cross to his left hand side, have a look and see what's available over there, and James Maxwell is there. James coming inside, solo with the left and then solo with the right. Gives the pass off to Daniel Woods, and Wayne Fox, he's been available right throughout this game. Wayne carrying it forward, weaving away from a couple of Caulry defenders. Gives the ball back here now, and Daniel Woods has it, and Daniel on here now as far as Jason Mackin. Jason going on to Owen O'Brien. Owen head down, carries it forward, looking to see who's making the run inside, trying to dummy it. Josh Gahan has gone further down the line, but he comes back as far as Jason Mackin. Jason takes the return pass from Liam Daly, and the ball goes into the centre, and it's all too easy for the Coralstown Kinnegad man as James Maxwell fires it over the far side. Wayne Fox is coming forward again, lays it off, and then the shot does come in. That's a fabulous kick there.
That's a great score, yeah.
Breen Cooney with a goal and 2 points in the foot of the number 14. He's shown his quality so far.
Yeah, he is. It was Josh Gahan against Terrace Pass the last day, the wing back, that was man of the match. Today, Liam Daly is having a fine influence over the far side. He's moving the ball well and supplying his forwards. He's getting on first possession well. So, yeah, as you say, Breen Cooney, great score. Kinnegad Kinnegad actually needed that to get up and running and keep the scoreboard momentum.
Yeah, they won the kick out as well. Ball broken down, and it was knocked out over the sideline there off the foot of one of the Coralstown defenders. Brian Cooney was trying to thread the ball down the line there because there was an overlap, but Caulry defended, and Ronan Doyle now is in the centre here and trying to get away from Senan Baker. Senan just lazy kind of a tackle. He acknowledges, holding his hand up, free for Coralstown. Kinnegad is about 50 odd metres out, and Wayne Fox says it's up and running again. James Maxwell leads it on here to Darren Giles. Darren time just to look up and see what else is available. Daniel Woods is there as well, and he comes across. Shane Fleming, the latest to come onto it, staying nice little fisted ball in, and over the top it goes here. A chance for the Coralstown men. Daniel Woods has it, thought about taking the shot, but manages to give it on to Shane Fleming, and Shane turns and spins and fires it in. It's a high ball. Kevin Maguire, you could see from here, he had put a name on that one. He called it. He was put under pressure as soon as he came to ground, and the ball cleared out very, very close to the sideline. Caulry right back in their own corner, but to do well to get it out, and Damien Dolan has possession. But again, Coralstown Kinnegad put the press on, but the foul committed. They'll be disappointed with that because they had Caulry back inside there and they had them penned back in, and a bit of a lazy tackle there.
I think a bit of experience by Dolan as well. He felt the contact and probably went to the ground easy enough. Just about a free, but fair play to him. He won his free for his team, and now they're on the move and transitioning a little bit better, I think.
Yeah, and a little bit quicker, I think, and that's what we've been saying on it. Ben Moran with the fisted ball over here onto Senan Maguire, or Senan Baker. Senan trying to hold off his man, comes inside onto his left foot, takes the return pass, but again, a lot of white jerseys in around him, trying to engineer an open here to get the shot in, to have it back over there on the far side, and the ball is fired in. That's a fabulous kick. Second one for almost the same position for Conor McCormick. He's keeping his side in this game, Alan.
Well, you do. You need a player to stand up, or two or three players to stand up. Your big players to take the game by the scruff of the neck. And in the second half, McCormick in open play, and as you say, with those two mighty scores, is keeping Caulry connected on the scoreboard, and it is needed.
Yeah, still 5 between them, 1-6 to Coralstown Kinnegad. 4 points for Caulry as Kinnegad have taken the kick out and they've been just forced back inside their own 45. Daniel Woods, and he's been rock solid there for his side so far. They have the possession outside the 45, and then the ball is given across here to Ronan Doyle. It was almost a sniff of a chance there for Caulry to get that possession back, but the Kinnegad man found his target, and Wayne Fox driving forward and on here now to Josh Gahan. Josh, again, will attack at every opportunity, holds that possession, does very well, lays it back to Brian Cooney. Brian steadies himself, gets it on to the left. The umpire is looking up at it. What's this thing? Just to the right and wide. Credit to Cooney, he backed himself there, steadied himself, got it on to the left, got a good strike, just under too much pressure, just tugged it a little bit to the right there.
Yeah, he was probably in the scoring zone, worth a pop, and Wayne Fox is having an influence around the centre field. He seems to be on every second ball for Kinnegad at the moment and doing very well.
Yeah, and now Caulry have come forward, and then an attempted pass over hits the runner coming off the shoulder, and Coralstown Kinnegad immediately step in and turn it over, and they have the possession again. Now it's Dan Leach. Dan has come out from the corner trying to get on ball. He's carrying it forward, driving towards the 45, goes inside, a couple of players to his left. One of them is Wayne Fox. He gives it back to David Giles. David spins around and sees that Brian Cooney has drifted into position here, thought about pulling the trigger and then pulled it back, but off the outside of the right foot, just hurried it up, hurried the shot a little bit, knew that the pressure was coming in and couldn't get it on target. There's been a couple of opportunities there, Alan, that this game could be actually further out of Caulry's reach.
Yeah, well, I think what is probably helping Caulry at the moment is Kinnegad are giving up the kick out, so they're dropping number 20, who is Ronan Doyle, back, and it's given Caulry a bit of a platform to come back at Kinnegad. So, but certainly Brian Cooney, I think that's possibly his fourth wide. Again, probably just about the scoring zone, but just a bit of a rash snatch shot.
Yeah, Caulry have the possession here, but McCormick is on it here, but he's back halfway between the 45 and 65. That's his own one, as he gives it on here now to Sean Fox. Sean looks up, and Paddy Slater is available. Paddy going inside, just throws it to Damien Dolan and on the loop around, but Coralstown Kinnegad are quite content to let them have it out here, still out in the middle of the field here now, but a chance maybe to straighten the line here now as they come forward. Ball on from Shannon Baker, fists the ball over to the far side. Ben Moore has come forward from the right corner back position, but he has to give it back 20 metres or so back as far as Conor McCormick. He looks up and sees that Paddy Slater has called for it. Paddy coming forward again. Dummy runners all over the place. Tiernan O'Donovan is onto it. Back again with Sean Fox and Damien Dolan, but again Coralstown Kinnegad quite content to let them have the ball out here on. They'll let them play over and back all day here. Yeah, really, their press line again could be a little bit higher, was probably a little bit higher in the first half. That's exactly what you don't want to do, is give the ball away. So Caulry are very patient, as you said. Kinnegad quite content to soak that up. At the end of patient build-up like that, you want a proper execution, and I think that was again probably a little bit rash. Yeah, it was a bad wide there from the contact. And you know, Alan, we're almost halfway through the second half, and all these wides, especially bad wides like that, they just suck the energy from a team as well. And they do, and it's at the back of patient play as well, Ray. So it's doubly frustrating because, and there's a great catch, it's doubly frustrating because you're after putting in so much work, and then, you know, the execution is not there. Yeah, the kick out has gathered well over on the far side, and foul then committed, and Caulryman a chance just to narrow the gap, just to get it back to 4 and get them back within touching distance. Conor McCormick is kicked 2 from play from almost the same position, but this, you know, it's a really, really crucial. It was a great catch out there in the middle, in from the kick out there. Now this is a crucial kick for Conor McCormick, as to suit the left-footed kicker. He comes inside. It's a good connection and makes no mistake. And really that can go down to Stephen Connolly. Stephen has been a little bit quiet. He's a fine footballer, had a fine year last year and was going well, travelling well through the championship, but he had a mighty catch there and really set the platform for going forward. This is a purple patch for Caulry over the last 5 or 6 minutes. Caulry are definitely putting a press on and not giving up the kick-outs. Yeah, and Stephen McNamara forced to go along. It's over the far side, but Coralstown Kinnegad may be a little bit lucky to get the breaking ball, and Josh Gahan is coming forward. Josh hit as he just fired the ball in, and Dan Leach is taking it on the turn. Dan, a little bit of space, coming inside. Chance, pull the trigger. Oh, and it's wide. Oh, a great opportunity there for Dan Leach. He did everything right, stepped inside. And absolutely, you would have put your house on him. He is a quality finisher. He took on his defender and did really well. I think he just got a little bit of contact as he pulled the trigger, which was timely and probably put him off, but you would have bet him to finish it, Ray. Yeah, he stepped inside. Yeah, just defenders coming back there, just did enough, put him under pressure, forced to kick it high, and certainly they took the goal opportunity away, but he thought he'd get the point out, but nothing out of it. And now Caulry, with their supporters, starting to encourage them to come forward. Sean Fox on to Baker. They need Baker more involved. 3 Kinnegad men around him as he holds the possession over to Conor McCormick. Conor fisted ball inside. Maguire is coming on to it. He's brave as ever. Gets it. Gives it on to Tiernan O'Donovan on the turn. Takes it in. Unlucky was good, and that's the first time we've seen Kevin Maguire run and attack up the pitch. He has that in his locker, and it gives them that go forward. So he's a weapon when he does start moving. They possibly and probably should have executed and got a score there. It would have been a fine score at the back end of Maguire's run.
Substitution on the Coralstown Kinnegad, team number 23. Dan Leach is replaced by number 21.
Is a replacement for Coralstown Kinnegad. Dan Leach, fresh from missing that opportunity just a couple of minutes ago down the other end of the field. He's called ashore. 21, Jack Torpy, he's replaced him, and Pascal Callahan, joint manager, just shakes his hand. Good effort given, and Coralstown have won the free from the kick out, and Caulry men not allowing the free to be taken quickly, blocked it down, and eventually linesman's over on the far side. He's telling Darren Giles to carry it forward, and Giles has this ball, gives it back inside, puts Josh Gahan under a little bit of pressure, but Giles can't get it. Coralstown getting a little bit sloppy now. And Caulry turned them over, and they have the possession again. Nice, Shane Clement, I thought he won the ball cleanly there, but referee not happy with it. He's not bringing the ball forward. Now there's a chance, there's another sub about to be introduced down below us here, and it's Wayne Fox, the man that's going to be called ashore, but we'll watch. The sub is not going to happen just yet because the ball is with Conor McCormick. Conor, quick ball, sees that Damien Dolan has come forward. Chance for Dolan with the right foot, clips it over the bar.
Yeah, Caulry.
Alan, finally we've game on.
Yeah, Caulry have the tails up and certainly have enjoyed the line share of possession, and they're only a goal down. Damien was left all alone there for that pass, and he finished it very, very well. Caulry are smelling victory here, I suppose. It's early to say that, but they certainly feel they're in the game, and their players are starting to engage and push on.
Yeah, one goal between the sides. We're back to a one-score game, 1-6 to 6 points. This ball is fired out into the centre. Foul there on Shane Fleming in the freest award. One Bracken who's just been introduced takes it, holds the possession, gives it back. Coralstown need to just settle down, maybe get the next score if they possibly could. Ball is kicked forward from Jason Mackin in front of the man who was also just been introduced. That's number 21, Jack Corby. Jack inside, Shane Fleming with the shot, and it's over the bar. It was a great chance there for the number 19, probably a goal scoring chance there. Just a little bit of pressure put him. He's gone to ground inside in there. I think did well to get the score on him, but certainly there was a goal on. And
there was a goal on. Torp did well to get the pass away. I suppose straight after Caulry's point, it's not the end of the world that it is a point. It was definitely a goal opportunity, but to get back that score straight away is tough on Caulry, and it's exactly what Kinnegad needed to do.
Yeah, 1-7, 6 points, 4 between them. Referees is holding the play up. There's a lot of Caulry supporters not too far away from us, not too happy that he's not resuming the play there, but referees just telling everyone to settle down. Shane Fleming is back on his feet, he's back out, and goalkeeper is Jack Connaughton. He has his underway now with the sharp kick out, and Caulry will try to push on out again. They're right back in this game, 4 between them, still plenty of time. Ben Moore drops it, and lucky enough has time to look around him and then pick it up and give it on here now. It's with Damien Dolan. Damien holding that possession through the hands of goals. Owen Fox holds that possession. Dummies to go back towards his own goal, but again still being closed down. Needs a little bit of support over there. He has it. The Coralstown man trying to get in the tackles, getting the bodies in around a good play there by the Caulry man. Open the play out to this side of the field where Sean Fox has time to come forward. Kevin Maguire is very noticeable. He's up here on our left hand side on it. He's obviously decided that it's time to go all in here. Might as well be beaten by 10 points as one at this stage. Yeah. Damien Doran does very well and holds the possession. Sean Fox on here now again for Paddy Slater. Paddy on to Owen Fox, and Conor McCormick is on the loop from the 45. Thought about taking the shot and then gives a nice little pass back as far as Slater again. Slater goes down on the ball over on the far side. Need to recycle again. Nice ball back out, and Damien Dolan is in space on this side. Decides not to use it, and then the ball given inside. But again, handling error there by the Coralstown Kinnegad when it looked like they were favourites to win it. But Damien Dolan has done very well to get possession back for Caulry. They're right back in this game. Tiernan O'Donovan back as far as Stephen Connolly. Stephen back now to Sean Fox, and Sean gives it off here now to Owen Grennan. Owen under pressure from Shane Fleming, but he has a little bit of support over there. He had enough support over there. The two Fox brothers are there, but Shane Fleming just commits the foul there. Free for the Caulry men.
Yeah, I think it's probably another good call so far. The ref seems to have got most of the calls right. You can't argue with that one.
Yeah, Caulry just showing a little bit more urgency at this stage, and they know at this stage, last year today football is over for 2023, and they really need to go down fighting at this stage.
Yeah, definitely, it's been a purple patch for them. So Kinnegad just want to soak this up, and that word again, momentum. Keep the scoreboard momentum and keep the scoreboard ticking over. But we are seeing McCormick, we're seeing Dolan, we're seeing these players winning battles around the middle. That's a wasteful shot, I think.
Yeah, I think that was Shannon Baker with that shot. There's a sub about to be introduced here, and the man that's going off is number 13, Emmett Nally. Johnny, what's the sub? Sub coming on here. 25, Oisín Shorthall.
Substitution on the Caulry team, number 13, Emmett Nally, replaced by number 25, Oisín Shorthall.
Kick out, we'll watch the play. Shorthall is right on the play, gets possession for his side, tackled hard, but tackled fairly. The ball is very close to the side and is kept in play. Caulry man hits it in the wrong direction, down the field. free given against Jack Torpy there, maybe a little bit unlucky, but Sean Fox won't mind. He's up and has already taken it. Crowd starting to get into the game here now. His own Fox with the right foot fires the ball. He's asking a lot of Ty Baker. In fact, Ty on a motorbike, I don't think would have kept that one in the field, but
No, the intensity is much better by Caulry, so we're seeing a little bit of swarm tackling from them here down on the sideline, and I think Sean Fox is probably lucky enough there to get that free, but he'll take it.
Yeah, Coralstown Kinnegad have got us underway over on the far side from the line ball. James Maxwell, nice hands there, and out through the gap comes Liam Daly, and they're on the move again. Josh Gahan attacking again, has a player coming off the shoulder and spinning inside. David, in fact, it's the corner back there. That was Owen Bracken, but the shot comes in, and that one, an opportunity there for Josh Gahan, but not on target. Clock says 23, almost 24 minutes. There's another sub about to be introduced down here below. This number 17. That's Callum Cruz. We'll see who's making his way off in a second. It looks like it's Shane Fleming is the man that's coming off. Callum Cruz. We've seen him Alan a few times throughout the championship being introduced as a sub, and again won't weaken the thing either. 6 minutes plus additional time, but Caulry is still right very much in this game. If he can get the next score, certainly would really put the pressure back on Coralstown Kinnegad.
Yeah, Callum Cruz brings that bit of pace as well and energy, so he will take a bit of watching, but it's all Caulry for the last few minutes, right? And they're certainly bringing the fight to Kinnegad. They haven't laid down in the second half. Credit to them. With 5 minutes to go, they still need to push on with four points in it, but we see Kevin Maguire
is charging forward towards the 45, needs a little bit of support here, gives it on now to Paddy Slater, and over to this side of the field it comes for Ben Moore. Has time to pick it up, give it on inside. Ball is back again with Conor McConnell. Conor cultured left foot over to the centre it goes, where Stephen Conley can go right over to the right hand side here, and then inside to the man that was introduced. That's the number 25. That's Oisin Short on. The shot has come across. Is it going to stay in play? Kept in play by the Caulry men, and they're on the breaking ball again. Tyrone Runman going nowhere. Looked like he was being fouled, and then referee, players on the ground, no one able to get clean possession, but eventually it is a Kinnegad man that has it, and Daniel Woods, he's the full back, and suddenly he finds himself out in here a little bit of space, and they're coming out to lay the ball off, and a nice ball given on there by James Maxwell. James on here now as Jack Torpy is on it. Jack, is he going to back himself? No, he keeps on to the man that's just been introduced. Callum Cruz, Callum with the shot. Oh, what an opportunity there. I know, Alan, it's easy to play football up here in the stand, but that was an opportunity. It really should have been taken over the bar.
He should have either popped over the bar or even slip it on the ground. He made it easier for the keeper. He did pull off a save, but I think what was impressive about that is Kinnegad transition in numbers, so they weren't transition as an individual. There was 3, 4, 5 Kinnegad's players breaking, and they should have got a score at the end of it.
Absolutely, but Coralstown Caulry still sticking into it here now. They have the possession. There's only 4 between them. 26 minutes and 20 seconds on the clock as they hold the possession through Paddy Slater. Paddy gives inside, put Conor McCormick under a bit of pressure there, but just sliding in, take his legs away there. As James Maxwell and referee right on top of things cause a free. You see the effect that the conditions are having on players stretching out at this stage. The ground is so heavy out there now after a good block of good weather on, and it's hard going now. And
they're putting in the running, definitely. They're working hard. The Caulry players are starting to cramp up a little bit. It may have an effect. They put in a lot of work around the middle in the second half here, but you're noticing Kinnegad, their press line has been inside the 45, so they're inviting Caulry onto them a little. It might be evident when you're watching it on the screen, but they're inviting Caulry onto them a little bit more than they were in the first half, and Caulry are getting the openings to get through.
Coralstown Kinnegad supporters not too happy with that, but the foul is committed, and there's another sub coming in, and I think Damien Dolan has seen the last of his action for this game anyway. He's about to be replaced by number 19, and number 19 is Sean Murphy.
Number 7, Damien Dolan, is replaced by number 19, Sean Murphy.
An opportunity here for Shannon Baker. This stage, Alan needs to score from this one, needs to get it back to a one-score game.
He really does, and it's a dangerous lead then at that stage if he can get it back, especially in conditions like today, but he needs to get it back to get it that goal.
With the right foot, try and draw it in inside, they're all looking up on him. And I think the signal is he's just pulled it too far from the net. It was an opportunity, and certainly if a man of his quality would expect him. I know the pressure's on him, he's on young shoulders and stuff like that, but
a fine talent. He's been quiet enough, but then he doesn't need much time to do damage. He is that type of streaky player as well, so you wouldn't put him past him doing something with the game. 5 minutes probably to go including injury time, but that was a free. He should have scored, or probably needed to score to keep it ticking over.
Yeah, the ball kicked out, and Green Coney is out here in the middle of the field and wins a dirty ball for his side here. We're still waiting to see what additional time is going to be called here. Down below us, we'll watch the play over on the field because Ronan Doyle has possession for his side. Ronan comes across the centre, then slips, almost at a crucial time as well to get it on to Jason Mackin, and then through the hands it goes here now. That man Liam Daly, he's still full of running, carries the ball down the line, nice soccer style, puts it on and then runs into the collision. I think a little bit of experience there from the young man there, because the ball had gone by him and he just continued his run and was invited the collision there, and much to the delight of the Coralstown Kinnegad man, he'll get a free, and that just gives them a chance just to settle things down. There is a yellow card. We see there's another sub about to be introduced for the Caulry man. This time it's the number 20, and the number 20 is Aaron O'Rourke. Aaron O'Rourke is replacing Tiernan O'Donovan. Play will resume with this free. Darren Giles, Darren going to take this one. It's a sort of left-footed kicker. Looked at the post for a long time and then decided just to hold the possession, give it back to Ronan Doyle. Ronan looks up. 3 minutes of additional time has been called. We're just almost at the 30 as Liam Daly has the possession. Liam, skillful player, holds that possession back to James Maxwell, takes the return pass from Maxwell, and eventually across to this side of the field where Ronan Doyle has it. Still 4 between them. 2-score game here as Coralstown Kinnegad playing a dangerous game here because Jason Mackin was being closed down by Conor McCormack, but then a nice ball moved on here as far as David Giles, and David spins away from Owen Grennan, and a nice ball to that man Liam Daly coming forward. Liam has time to set.
What a score, Liam Daly. He's had an excellent game. As I said, Josh Gahan was man of the match last day. Liam will be right up there for contention today. He's been excellent. I think that was really well worked by Giles. Didn't take a pop shot probably outside the scoring zone, and after maybe 10-15 passages of play, Liam Daly was on the end and scored a really good score, and now Caulry under real pressure.
Yeah, 5 between them, 1-8 to Coralstown Kinnegad, 6 for Caulry as they tried to bring the ball in, but again it's slow as Sean Fox has to wait for the ball to come to him, gives it back to his brother Owen. Owen ducks inside the tackle and then had his arm pulled back there as he was about to get the ball. The ball was kicked away there by James Maxwell. He won't mind, he's given up maybe 10 or 12 metres because the referee is bringing the ball forward and gets a yellow card for himself. Sub about to be introduced down below us, number 9, Podge Quinn. We'll see who he's coming in for. Just getting the final few words from Patrick Cannon, but we watch as Conor McCormack fires this one in. It hops and beats everyone. It's gone harmlessly out over the end line and wide, and Coralstown Kinnegad will take the time. Darren Giles is the man that's been called ashore, but
yeah, I suppose these little nuggets of opportunities that were needed and to be taken in the second half, as you said earlier in the commentary, these opportunities just need to be taken. After that Shannon Baker free went wide, it's been, I think, a changing of momentum back to Kinnegad, and it's all Kinnegad now. And really, with only a couple of minutes, 1 minute to go, I think, is that it? A minute to go. It looks too far for Caulry.
Yeah, Darren Giles put a massive shift for his side as he makes his way off, and the kick out is over on the far side. Tackle coming in on the Coralstown Kinnegad man. Not a fair one. He was knocked out over the sideline, but the referee said it was a foul over there, and Coralstown Kinnegad have the possession now as we enter into the last 30 seconds or so of this game. And it's here with Liam Daly. He's been excellent right throughout the game for his side. Gives it back inside to Jason Mackin, who's been equally. And then the ever-experienced Ronan Doyle. Ronan gives the ball inside. Kinnegad quite content. Liam Daly is still available here. No one picking him up. He has time to let the ball come to him as he comes forward, stops, comes back inside. And then gives a nice ball on to Josh Gahan. Josh, the two wing backs, are they going to combine here? Is Josh going to back himself? He'll back himself. Just maybe took a yard or two too much out of it there. Probably should have pulled the trigger a little bit quicker, but look, I think it's academic at this stage because the ball is right back with Jack Connerton in the goal. The clock has ticked over the 3 minutes of additional time. Owen Fox has taken the short kick out, gives it on to his brother Sean as he carries it forward. Probably the last attack of the game here. Ball with Stephen Connolly. Stephen needs to get it forward a lot quicker than this. Kevin Maguire. Kevin looks up, then slips, goes to ground, and then a lazy pass as far as Stephen Connolly. Stephen gives it over to Owen Fox. Owen has a player over on the far side, but Coralstown Kinnegad, they won't mind. They're forced them to stay back here in their own half of the field. And Barry Pearce is the referee. The Coralstown Kinnegad supporters are willing him to blow the whistle. He's allowing at least one more play here now as Sean Fox crosses the Kinnegad 45. Has Paddy Slater here. Paddy again had the option maybe to take a shot, and now eventually does come into the danger area. Ball broken down on the breaking ball, but it is Ronan Doyle, and it's fitting. He's the man that finishes up with the ball in his hand because referee Barry Pearce has now blown the full-time whistle, and it is heartbreak for the Caulry men, but Coralstown Kinnegad, I have to say, well worthy of their win in the end.
Absolutely, it would have been a little bit fearful for Caulry at half-time maybe. They looked like they were not travelling as well as maybe we've seen them earlier in the year, but in fairness to them, they stood up in the second half. Early on in the second half, McCormack scored 2 fine scores to bring the fight. I think the introduction of Fox there as well, and the substitutions came on and made a difference. So Caulry can hold their heads up. They fought back, but definitely Kinnegad for me. The transition in numbers, the transition well. They mostly had scores at the end of their transition play. The energy they brought was just that bit better than Caulry.
Yeah, Brian Coney excellent with the goal, which was probably the crucial score of the game. You know, in the conditions and the data was in it, and the way the game panned out, a goal was always going to be important, and it was Brian who finished it expertly. Low past Jack Connor, nothing he could do about it. And you know, Coralstown Kinnegad had that 4-5 point lead, and they were able to maintain it right through the game.
Brian was excellent. He scored 1-2, and you have to remember probably Kinnegad left at least 2 goal chances there in the second half. If in a different day, the 2 players that were on them, you would have probably backed them to score. If they slipped and had a little bit more composure, they could have been maybe that bit further ahead. Brian scored 1-2, had a fine game, and the goal was very important, obviously, to the end result.
Well, look at Alan, we now know who our county final is going to be in 2 weeks' time. Lomans, remember, qualifying yesterday, and Coralstown Kinnegad join them now in the county final. You know, and it'll be a very intriguing battle. And you know, Coralstown Kinnegad, Jack Coney and Pascal Taylor, they'll go back now, they'll do their homework, and they'll fancy having a pop coming in probably with no pressure on them.
Absolutely, and it's 25 years since they have been there, and we mentioned during the week the fact that young Colin Murray in his jersey was retired. You know, it's lovely for his family and lovely for the club that they get the opportunity to go out and celebrate him as much as anything else in a final. Obviously Lomans will be hot favourites after yesterday, put in an incredible performance, have incredible ballers, but Jack and the players won't worry about that just now. They will be delighted to get through a semi-final. Semi-finals are there. It doesn't have to be pretty. They play good football. They're now into a final, and from the Jimmy McGuinness School of Football, you're there to win any game, and any game can be won. So they now have 2 weeks to try and work out how to break down and beat Lomans.
Yeah, well, look, we're going to finish up on commentary here. I want to thank Alan for joining me here on this game. Ollie Gallagher was on commentary. My name is Ray Gavin, but we do have a county senior football final. We have the matchup for 2 weeks' time. It will be St. Lomans versus Coralstown Kinnegad, because they have won here today on a final scoreline of Coralstown Kinnegad 1 goal and 8, Caulry 6 points. We'll say goodbye for now from TG Cusick Park.
sponsors of TEG Cusick Park, serving aviation, biopharmaceuticals and medical industries across the globe. TEG has been to the fore in the fight against COVID-19 with our customers and partners. A local business employing local people. Visit teg.com/careers to learn more. Wishing all our GAA patrons a safe passage through the championship.
Clark's Bar, wishing all teams the very best today.
Cusick Park pitch is 145 metres long. Imagine 3 of these bridge beams would make up the length of the pitch. Now transport 30 of them from Harney to Kildare. A challenge overcome by a great team with the support of a great community. My name is Pat Barrett, Project Manager, Shay, Murtagh, Precast.
The added coefficient.
And you? What do you do?
It's a bit complicated to explain. You know, I still didn't get exactly what your job is. That is what I do.
New Renault Arcana E-Tech Hybrid. Winner, Irish Medium Crossover SUV in the 2022 Car of the Year Awards.